Semblance. Semblance is a power exhibited by certain characters in RBWY. It is developed from a person's aura and typically helps in battle against Grimm. Semblances are different between people and can range from super strength, manipulating objects to disorienting opponents. A semblance is the manifestation of one's innate and personal power as an ability unique to each individual, with the effects varying greatly from user to user. With the sheer number of people unlocking their semblances, it can lead to unrelated people gaining similar abilities. According to Carrie Shawcross, there are some semblances that everyone thinks they know what they are, but they're not. The nature of one's semblance is noted as representing an aspect of their character. However, a person's semblance can be similar to the semblances of their parents or other family members. The Schnee family semblance, summoning glyphs, is unique in the fact that it is completely hereditary. A person can name their semblance when they fill out their application form for entering a Huntsman Academy. One example of this would be when Coco Adele decided to name her semblance Hype when filling out her application for Beacon Academy. According to Aura, the fourth installment of RBWY, World of Remnant, a semblance is a more tangible projection of one's aura. Pyrrha Nikos implied this connection when she told John Arc that the use of aura can help him to discover his semblance, and Miles Luna refers to semblances as being fueled by aura. Those that use semblances are able to manipulate certain physical phenomena according to the nature of their power. Some individuals, such as Weiss Schnee, can use aura to create glyphs that generate some desired effect, the most prominent being sudden disruptions in movement and/or bursts of momentum. Others have the ability to enhance their performance, such as Ruby Rose and Harriet Bree, who are able to move at incredible speeds. There are also those who can generate and/or manipulate a specific aspect of nature, like Pyrrha, who can control magnetic forces. However, there also exist semblances that depend on external factors in order to function, such as Yang Xiaolong and Nora Valkyrie, who enhance their strength by taking damage and absorbing electricity respectively. Using dust, certain individuals can modify their semblances with elements, such as Weiss using Myrtanaster to change her glyphs and Blake Belladonna inserting dust vials into Gamble's shroud to give her shadow clone's elemental properties. Overuse of one's semblance for prolonged periods may adversely affect its user at certain times. This was demonstrated by Weiss on one occasion after using a series of glyphs in rapid succession to assist Ruby, subsequently collapsing afterward. This is also seen in End of the Beginning, when Glinda Goodwitch shows signs of exhaustion from using her semblance to fix the city. It seems that emotional turmoil or stress can affect one's use of semblance, either negatively or positively, as exhibited in Destiny, where Pyrrha Nikos' semblance activates while talking to John and accidentally slams him into the stone wall. Later, in PvP, Pyrrha temporarily warps her weapon and shield for a moment during her tournament round. This phenomenon is exhibited by Weiss in Tipping Point, when she accidentally summons a Borbatusk, which then attacks a party guest. The earliest and most frequent example of this phenomenon is Yang Xiaolong's habit of accidentally activating her semblance when she is angry. In the case of Crow Branwen and Clover Abbey, it is possible for a semblance to be either uncontrollable or permanently active. Additionally, it may even be possible for a semblance to affect one's surroundings. Though specifics and details are not expanded upon, the subsequent loss of Mercury Black's own semblance implies it is possible for a person to lose their semblance. Unlocking. Semblances are unlocked during strong physical or emotional events. For example, Ruby unlocked her semblance while training. Auras and semblances can also be unlocked due to severe emotional stress or turmoil. Lyran unlocked his when his hometown was overrun by Grimm and his family was killed. Cinder Fall unlocked hers after she began reaching her breaking point and experiencing severe anger and frustration due to the years of abuse she endured from the madam and her daughters. Some semblances can also be unlocked by certain external phenomenon, such as Nora, who unlocked hers when she was struck by a lightning bolt. Neptune's semblance could also be another possible example of this unlocking method, as he was thrown into the ocean by his brother Jupiter, though this remains unclear if it was either direct contact with the water or simply being shocked from suddenly being thrown into it is what resulted his semblance to be unlocked. There seems to be no age requirement for unlocking one's semblances, as seen where Gillian Asturias unlocked hers before even being born. Evolution. According to Winter Schnee, semblances are like muscles and are able to grow and evolve. A clear example is her younger sister's eventual mastery of summoning. Another example is Blake Belladonna, whose semblance only allowed her to create clones that pushed her in a certain direction, but as of runaways and stowaways, they can stay around for longer and even interact with her. Another smaller example is where Emerald Sustrai can easily use her semblance on 3 people, when years ago she had difficulties using it on 2 people. The earliest known instance of semblance evolution is Ruby Rose's semblance. As a Volume 4 character short, she demonstrated the ability to divide herself into multiple clusters of rose petals. A semblance can also grow to gain a unique new ability altogether. A good example would be Lai Ren, who at first only possessed the ability to mask emotions, but later also gained the ability to see the emotions of others. Uniqueness. Whilst semblances are often said to be completely unique, there do exist some that are similar, such as those of Glinda Goodwitch and Carmine Esclados, who share telekinesis, but differ in both how they manifest, purple glyphs and golden wisps, respectively, and overall potency, with Glinda's semblance being noted to be much stronger than Carmine's. Semblances can be of the same type, but if the visual effect is different they still both qualify as unique. There have also been semblances with different names and effects but similar abilities, such as Yang and Adam semblances, which mainly absorb damage, the former with her body and the latter with his sword, to augment them, and Blake and Sun semblances to create clones of themselves. Classes. Semblances come in a variety of power types. There can be purely offensive, like Yang's, utilitarian, such as Fox's or the Schnee families, to completely non-combative, as the case with Robin's. Semblances can also be categorized by their effects, as seen with the speed-based semblances of Ruby and Harriet Bree, or the intelligence type of Velvets in Amity Arena. If you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you later, bye bye.